working it good. Like really good.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. We're beginning to look a lot like a farm, actually. A little bit of chaos, tractors everywhere, but right into tillage work. And as we know from previous video, we broke an arm on the plows, which is kind of a necessity. All-state tractors, who I got the drive shaft for that when we had some issues. I've got multiple things from them. They have them. We might not see it for a week. That really ain't gonna work. Let's run up the road and grab one. So appreciate you guys watching along. Those plows will be good by the end of the day. We got most of that upper section. Well, we got half that field done. The harder half, the hillside half. The rest from there down is bottom and flat, and should plow nicer. We did go discing last night. Very happy with the discs. Very, very happy with them. So let's run up the road and get there. Okay, we're over here at McFadden's, and Tristan, I actually asked him, I said, you got plow parts? And he sent me a picture. He said, yup. I don't know where he is, but I'm gonna wander around here. I got everything I need to take it off, but I'm not sure if I want the whole plow piece or what I want to do or how I want to do it, or we got to see some prices. But if you need a part, they usually got the part. It's been a long time since I've wandered through here, to be honest. Well, small world, can run on the counter, went to school with me. $200. We got the pins, we got everything. Tristan even took it off. Appreciate you taking it off. We'll be back good to go. They look a lot bigger when they're hanging there than when they're up here, but definitely the same piece. We just got to get it back together. Yeah, pretty sweet that I didn't have to mess with it. He said it came apart easy. Hopefully this one comes apart easy as well. Came right apart, actually. That even the cotter pin came out nicely. Maybe this will make up for our struggles that we had on Monday. So there's some washers that are in between here. There we go. That pin looks good still. So these pins are pretty expensive just to begin with because of they're got the grease fitting and everything else. They're a little customized, but yeah, old part, new part. This is where another set of hands would come in handy. Okay. Maybe we'll put it on a block of wood. Just got my fingers. That would have been bad. Got the pin in, messed up the grease fitting, not the end of the world. We'll take that out. We got to pick the plows up to be able to put that on, just because I'm by myself. once it's up, it will have free play, and we can move things around much easier. So I'm gonna go do some disking, and then once I get that done, we can throw the plows back on and finish up plowing today. Hopefully, maybe, we'll see. But definitely the right part. Very happy. We just gotta mess with it when we get it hooked up. It's doing a pretty good job. I'm gonna let it go down lower though. We'll take one of these out. All this is the depth stop of how low it will go into the ground. We'll see if it works a little harder. These discs are actually better off than I thought. There's a few that are cockeyed and whatnot, but yeah, we do have a few rocks up in here, but we'll pick them. How you doing? I am a big fan of these discs. I'm glad I went with another set of Kraus. The previous ones were 21 foot, and they really didn't work the tractor much. So these are 25 in the front, 27 in the, or 24 in the front, 27 in the back. I'd really like to narrow the back up. It's like they put extensions on it. I'm not sure why, but then we can pull the rolling baskets. Right now, I wouldn't want to pull the rolling baskets. I'm gonna disc everything one pass so it levels out some. Fertilizer, disc it again, plant. So it's working it good. Like really good. But we do got some ridges. This ground was bumpier. That hay field over there is extremely bumpy. So imagine if I no-tilled into this and it was all bumpy. Harvest would be absolutely horrible. Spraying it would be horrible. Yeah, this ground needed to be worked. You can see where they dug that line that goes across because of the rocks that they left on the surface. So there's small rocks and whatnot that they dug through when they ran that underground line, the tile line. See right there. So that gives me a good indication of where it actually runs. But it doesn't take very long with a big set of discs to get something done. This one's done, so we gotta finish up plowing down below, but I figured I'd do the headlands and everything else like that, disc it nicely so that when we plow it, it's much nicer. So this one's done, we'll jump out back, keep going. We got a wheel bearing that failed us. Nice. Want to get it home. Nope, it's locked up. Nope. Oh. I checked them. They all seem tight, but that doesn't mean anything until you start working them. It was going too smooth. I knew something was gonna have to happen. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. How did that happen? That's why I said the wheel bearings looked good. Clearly that was cracked. Oh, it's been cracked a while. Okay. So we gotta take that off, straighten it, re-weld it. Let's, oh my. It's hot. Well, that was definitely my mess up. I should have caught that it was cracked there, but I didn't. So we'll get it fixed. Nothing too crazy. Good thing we got the big torch set. The other side's not cracked. Got it up on the block right here. We're gonna have to do a little tweaking of that one side. There we go, that's through. Take that tire off, take the hub, straighten it. So we got to straighten right here. Clearly somebody had that one off at some point because it's got all sorts of holes and stuff, and that's rough cut compared to the smooth. So we'll probably got to heat that and pull it in. So we might grab a chain, wrap it around, heat that one, pull it this way so it's good, and then we'll heat this. We'll straighten it out, re-weld it. It just had bad welds, like there wasn't much holding it on. So okay, closed up that gap. We got a little bend to it, but it'll be okay. So that one bent out. I got this chain that I'm in a danger zone right now. It's holding it together. It's pulling that other side in, and then from there I can weld this top piece, and then we'll just keep heating the bottom, straighten that out. I feel a lot better about that now. Amateur hour. Okay, that's as good as we're gonna get it. It's got a little bend to it there, but back here is okay. Welded it all back up. They welded that on at some point. Somebody welded that on. So what I should really do is get metal, refab that. But we'll make it through this spring like that. We just gotta get some bolts. I'm exhausted already. There's been people that have actually asked me about my soil samples, and I've been waiting for this moment. Nate from Sound Agriculture with the product Source that we went to Orlando with, we utilized last year, and we're going to utilize this year on a much more, I'd say, accurate and more of a test side of it to show you guys the results of taking away fertilizer, replacing it, or complementing the fertilizer to see what we can do as far as yield side. Yep. So I actually did like 40 some soil samples, sent it into the county. I got them back, I think there was a date on here, like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago now. Yes, and it all blends together, but they gave me recommendations as far as lime, stuff like that. Soil here at the farm, I feel a lot more comfortable. Rented ground is a little poorer side of it, but based on your advice, the product Source, we're gonna have some good test strips to see what the difference is. Yep. So what's your initial thoughts on what we're gonna do this year?
I think overall your ground's gonna be best utilized with Source to replace some fertilizer. So we're gonna be able to tap into the 25 pounds of nitrogen and phosphorus that Source is bringing to the table, and really utilize that well on your ground. I think it's going to be set up best for that. As this product does extremely well in the more mediocre ground, I think it has also really good potential over at the rented ground too. So I just think in general there's going to be really good places to try it on several of these fields.
And our plan right now is we're going to pull 25 pounds of nitrogen out. Yep. And a little less P and K because of the formula. Yep. And compare. Yep. So we'll have some good strips to actually look at. Yep. Bushel side of it. We'll do some tissue samples. Yep. And really see what it comes down. So for people that haven't been following along. Yep. Product Source.
Yeah, Source. So it is Sound Agriculture's product line that basically stimulates the microbial activity in the soil. So we're working with the microbes that are already there, that are already out in your soil right now, and we are basically ramping them up, getting them active, and helping them to convert your nitrogen and your phosphorus to the plant available form and get it back to the plant more efficiently, better, faster. So it's really all about stimulating what's there in your soil. We're not adding microbes to the soil. We're working with what you have already.
Okay.
So it's a stable chemistry. It can go with herbicides, fungicides, insecticides. It's a low use rate.
Fully applied.
You can do like V4 to V6, or you can do like at a tassel timing. So whatever works for you on your post spray or fungicide, it's up to whatever you want to do.
So we'll be at V4 to V6.
Yep. That'll work well.
Fungicide in the Northeast is not really a thing.
Yep.
You get out west and you get some fungicide, but there's a lot, one pass and that's it.
Sure.
So gives you some options. And like you were saying, we were talking earlier, no-till, limited till,
Yeah.
the microbes in the soil really respond well to it, and the plan is to go that way here, but we had to get the ground worked to get going our first year.
That's just what the trends show, is a little bit better in the regenerative ag side of things, but you know, it can work with what's there.
Yep. So a lot of options on that side of it.
Yep.
But overall, excited
Yeah.
for the soils to actually see what goes on here. We'll be getting seed in the ground. I know everybody's told me why aren't you planting now? There's a lot of places that have not planted corn, so
That's right.
keep in mind the videos are like 5 to 7 days behind.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah.
We got some recommendations. We got a plan of attack as far as how we're gonna utilize it and show you guys the results on that side of it. And I'm excited for that.
Yep. Excited to see it in the field.
We got the good stuff. Had to take a thumbnail. I never remember to do that, and then editing video, and I never have it. So refresh me. Your area is the northeast down into.
Yeah, I cover the Mid-Atlantic and all the way up to Maine. So
okay.
northeast.
So you seen Matt lately?
I have to talk to Matt lately.
Okay. He's a ways up there.
Yeah.
But I feel a lot better about that. We still got to rebrace it, and I think at some point I'm actually going to cut that right out, and we will make it good as new, because the right side I am not as happy with it as what's over here. But it will work. It will get us through the spring. I wish I'd caught that earlier instead of making it as bad as it was. So let me I actually ran to town. I had to get groceries, and I got some supplies. We got bolts to actually hold the hub on, so I will do that. It's getting dark. And great stop by Nate. Dylan Clark also stopped in, and he's headed north, so good people. Let me throw these on, and this will be ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. So stuff takes way longer than you ever think, and it feels like it's gonna rain, but I don't think it is. It wouldn't be bad if it did rain, but all my stuff is outside right now, so we got to put some things away first. We're back on. Should be a lot better. Whew. Everything takes so much time, but I'm glad that I got these discs, because honestly I can run probably 30 acres an hour when we're moving, right? 30 acres an hour. So he's my little helper. He's been helping me quite a bit. We got to set it down and put the tire on, okay? You ask a lot of questions for... I guess you asked me the right questions, but... Alrighty, I'm going to set it down, pick that up, throw that tire on. This will be back to working condition. I even sprayed some paint on it just to be better. I'm not extremely impressed by that, but we're in a better place than we were. We can finish up crop work for the spring. My tire guy's complaining. It's past your bedtime.
It's not.
It's like 8 o'clock.
No, it's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock in what country?
Oh, it's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock in what country? Okay. I'll set it down. You'll throw that tire on, then we'll be good. Then we can go have dinner.
Why does this turn on circles?
It has circles because it's round. That one spins pretty good?
Yep.
Okay. I got the boss checking on me. Yeah, you're the boss. Well, you were spinning it. We definitely lost a plug nut. Yep. Definitely down one. That's not good. Probably still on the water. That's much better. We got it now. Right? Spin that tire. Oh, we got all the tires.
Yep, they're spinning.
They're spinning. We're good to go. Alrighty. Appreciate you guys watching along. I guess we're going to do some discing tomorrow. I'll get this plow back together. I got more plowing to do. Bit of farm work. I got some hired help here. So we're making gains now. What are you, a weed whacker? Yep. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Little short video. Keep you guys up to date. We're breaking stuff. Not as bad as a Monday, but still. Yeah.